Hi, Peter here. Today's video is brought to you by the International Consortium Against Pelicans, working to make the world a better place by getting rid of those weird bastards with their soulless, unblinking eyes, got the nerves to swallow their food alive and whole. Even snakes have the decency to kill their prey before gulping it down. Stupid pelicans. Okay, in my last video, I went over how we can use our AMS account to get the keywords for the top sellers. But thanks to people like Lorraine, Robert, Khalid, and Kelly, it was brought to my attention that not everyone was able to search for books that they didn't publish. So if you're creating a campaign and you scroll down to the product section, not everyone has this drop-down box where they can select all Amazon products. They only have the option to search books that they publish. So if I select all Amazon products and I enter an ASIN of a bestseller, I can see it show up and I can add it to my list of products. But if I select my brand only, this will restrict me to only the books that I've published, and this is what most people, or the people that commented, are experiencing. It says no results, try another search term, or remove filters. So I did some investigating to see if there was a way around this. But first, let me show you what I have. Here I have 4 AMS or Amazon advertising accounts. The first account is the one I created back in 2018 when I just opened my Merch by Amazon account, and at that time, Merch by Amazon didn't allow you to open an AMS account. So there was a loophole where you can create an AMS account through the Vendor Central portal. And that's what it did. But I think they closed this loophole either last year or maybe 2 years ago. The next 2 accounts are the ones I created through KDP. One is for the Canada market, and then one is for the United States market. And the 4th one is the account I created when Merch by Amazon opened up AMS to their users. So this one was created through the Merch by Amazon portal. Then I tested searching for ASINs that don't belong to me in all 4 accounts. And the first one worked. That's the account that I used to make the previous video. That's the account I created through Vendor Central. The second and third created through KDP did not work. So I'm experiencing the same thing that Kelly and Robert and folks are experiencing, where I can only search for books that I published. And then the 4th account, the one that was created through Merch by Amazon, did work. It did allow me to search for all Amazon products, not just for products that I published. So what are the options for people that only have accounts created through KDP? My first thought was to create a new Amazon advertising account and see if you're able to use that to search for ASINs. So I went to the Amazon advertising homepage, clicked register, and asked me to select the country. I am in the United States. And I'm presented with 4 options to create an account. One through Seller Central, one through Vendor Central, one through KDP, and the other through something called Developer Prime Video or Video Central account. In preparation to create these new accounts, I didn't want to mess up my existing AMS account because I know Amazon is kind of finicky about people having multiple accounts. So I was prepared to borrow my brother's VPN so that I could change my IP. And I was ready to use another email address so that nothing would be tied to my original account. The first one I tried to set up was a Seller Central account. And when I do that, the first thing they ask you to do is sign in with an existing account. Here, I didn't want to use an existing account, so I went to register now. And then sign up. And you can see already that they're going to charge me $39 a month plus selling fee. I know there is a free tier for Seller Central, so I'm going to aim to do that. To create a Seller Central account, they asked me to enter an email address and then a password. But I found out the next step was to enter in a phone number. And that's where I ran into a roadblock because I didn't have a new phone number that wasn't tied to an existing account. So I was stuck there. So what I did was I borrowed my friend's Seller Central account and see if I could create an AMS account from there. After I log in with my friend's Seller Central account, I land on this page for Amazon advertising for Seller Central. And the only place I can really go now is to learn more about sponsored products and sponsored brand. And that takes me back to the sponsored products homepage for Amazon advertising. Okay, so I'm going to go back and sign in, but I'm already signed in. And I want to create a new Amazon advertising account. And I'm back to this page again. Yes, I have a Seller Central account. And I'm back here. Okay. So I just went around in a loop. But then I noticed the second text that said, sponsored products and sponsored brands are available for professional sellers in good standing. To use sponsored brands, sellers must be enrolled in Amazon brand registry. Learn more by becoming a professional seller on Amazon and enrolling in Amazon brand registry. So it sounds like in order to create a Amazon advertising account in Seller Central, you need a professional seller account. And currently, this account is only an individual account. So to get a professional seller account, you have to pay $40 a month. And for me, that's a showstopper. So let's go to the next option. The next option is I have a Vendor Central account or represent a vendor. Let's see where that takes us. It takes us to the sign-in page again. And once again, I don't want to use my existing Amazon account, so I'll have to create a new Amazon account, which will require an email address and a phone number, which I don't have, so I'm stuck here. So for those people that may want to try this method, sign in with your existing account and see if you're able to create a AMS account through Vendor Central. But for me, this is a roadblock for me. Let me go back. The next option is to create the account through KDP. And this is what most of us have done already. And we know that an advertising account created through the KDP portal doesn't allow us to target books that we don't publish. So that's another dead end. The final option to create an account is using a developer, Prime Video Direct, or Video Central account. Once again, it asked me to sign in or create a new account. But what I did here is I actually went through the process of creating a developer account using my existing Amazon account, just to see what would happen. And once it's set up, I have my Amazon developer account dashboard here, and I can go to apps and services, go to promotions. And the only way I found to advertise was through this section called Promote Your App on Fire TV Beta. But it says, it looks like you do not have an app published for Fire TV yet. You need to have an app for Fire TV to start advertising. So I have to actually create an app for Fire TV in order to create my Amazon advertising account, which is what I don't want to do, and I don't think you want to do either. So that's another dead end. Going back to the list of ways to create your Amazon advertising account on this page, there are 4 options, but it doesn't list a 5th option, which is creating your Amazon advertising account through Merch by Amazon. If you have a Merch by Amazon account, you can go to their resources page where you can learn how to promote your merch using AMS. But be careful because there is a note that says, this new account is intended to advertise your Merch by Amazon products only. Advertising KDP or other products is not permitted and can result in account termination. But I think this is okay because if you successfully create your AMS account through Merch by Amazon, you can use this account just to do the research to get your keywords, but use your normal KDP account to actually create the campaign. For our purpose, all we're interested in are the keywords for those top sellers. So go through the process of creating the campaign, using this Merch by Amazon AMS account, put in the ASIN of the bestseller, grab those keywords, and either put them in your listing or use them to advertise on your KDP AMS account. All right, in summary, it is not as straightforward as I made it out to seem in the previous video. I apologize for that, but you may have a few options. From what I can tell, you may be able to create a Vendor Central account to create your AMS account. I wasn't able to verify that because I wasn't able to create a new Amazon account. And the other way is if you have a Merch by Amazon account, you can create your AMS through there, where I know you will be able to search for ASINs that you have not published because I have an AMS account that I created through my Merch by Amazon account, and I'm able to do that. So there you go. Let me know if I missed something. Maybe there's another option that you know of. Please do share it and put it in the comments. Or if you have questions, let me know. And because I feel bad for making it sound so easy in my last video to look up these keywords, when in actuality there are a few loops to jump through. If you have a bestseller where you're interested in the keywords, let me know. DM me the ASIN for that book in my new Instagram account. The link is in the description, or put the ASIN in the comments below and I'll look it up and I'll return the keywords for you. That's it. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this or other videos on KDP, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a video on something specific. Till next time, keep creating.